I go on film Twitter, I keep hearing over and over again that we don't have enough black films in Hollywood. That we only have the Tyler Perry movies and blockbusters and familiar franchises that show a black lead. I don't think there aren't enough black films in Hollywood, but they are being overlooked. It's better we have representation in popular franchises like Star Wars, DC, and Marvel. It would also be better that we not only have black leads, but black stories that are original in film and TV. For the past, I would say 5 years, we had Moonlight, If Beale Street Can Talk, and other movies that are original black films. Not just typical stories that we see repeatedly like slavery and hood films, but black films involving sci-fi, romance, and any point of view of the black lead. This gets me to the movie that you all should watch called The Last Black Man in San Francisco. A story about a man named Jimmy Falls, played by Jimmy Falls, who wants to get back his home that his grandfather built. Jimmy's friends Montgomery, played by Jonathan Majors, joins him in this quest, and while they get the house, both of them start to realize what's really going on. Here are the reasons why you should watch The Last Black Man in San Francisco. The characters in this movie are really great, along with the performances that we see in The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Jimmy Falls, played by Jimmy Falls, has a character that you will truly relate to as you keep watching the movie. Jimmy skates everywhere across San Francisco, who works as a carpenter and is obsessed with the house he used to be living in. You get to see why he's so obsessed with the house, which is now owned by another owner. Just for his first acting role, Jimmy Falls really gave a great performance that reeled us into the story. However, the best character and performance in this movie was Montgomery, played by Jonathan Majors. This performance from Jonathan Majors as Montgomery was why I was so excited for Lovecraft Country on HBO. Majors playing Montgomery was close to playing multiple characters in one character. Montgomery was weird, but really intelligent, loves writing screenplays, taking care of his granddad, played by the legendary Donald Glover, and truly cares about his best friend Jimmy. The other characters and performances were great too. Tanisha Arnold, aka Pam, Mike Epps, Jamal Truelove, and Rob Morgan all were contributing to the movie. The plot of The Last Black Man in San Francisco involves the way black people portray themselves and the promise of gentrification. The first thing that caught my attention when it comes to the plot is you see different types of black people. There are black people that always standing around in the corner talking trash to themselves or whoever is around. Then you have Jimmy, who's into skating and dressed like a skater, and Mount, who dresses professionally all the time. But if you ignore how they visually look and pay attention to how they act, they're all similar. Sometimes as black people put ourselves in the box of how to dress and act when it's just more comfortable being yourself and not give a f. When it comes to gentrification, Jimmy and his father in the movie used to live in a house, which Jimmy is obsessed with, and the neighborhood around his house used to have black people in there. Now since Jimmy moved from his old house, he had to move place to place every day, including his friend Mount house. Gentrification is a huge issue, especially in inner cities. There are families that lived in the house for a while, but due to taxes and the price range getting higher, they can't afford it. So the family moves out, and either a person owns the house or the house ends up being abandoned. While the family that had the house in the first place lives in a less satisfying place, moves to another state, or lives in the streets. So the plot of gentrification and people putting themselves in the box are interesting plots that you should pay attention to in this movie. The cinematography in this movie is so beautiful, from the slow motion frames to the high angle frames to the drain out but beautiful colorful frames and other frames in this movie. Jeez, I'm seeing so many frames. My favorite frame of this movie is when Jimmy skates down the hill from San Francisco, and when he skates down, the camera goes farther back while you see the skyline of San Francisco and Jimmy just skating down the hill. The movie just looks so beautiful to me, and I'm pretty sure you will appreciate the visuals as well. Also, the music is really great in this movie and matches with the movie really well. All in all, The Last Black Man in San Francisco is a film that people should really watch. It's a film with characters that teach us a lesson about ourselves. The film makes us aware of gentrification that is constantly happening in inner cities that create more homeless people. Great performances from up-and-coming actors Jimmy Falls and Jonathan Majors. Also, it's not just a great black film, but just a great film, period. The Last Black Man in San Francisco is on Amazon Prime. Go ahead and watch it. I highly recommend it. Alright, y'all. Peace.
I saw a seagull with a dick, bruh.